Just 5 minutes ago, Princess Catherine made a heartbreaking decision public. Her 3 children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, will not attend the same schools. The choice marks a major break from royal tradition and reveals deep emotional weight behind the scenes. The future of the young royals just changed forever. The Bombshell Confirmation. Kate finally speaks. Just 5 minutes ago, the palace confirmed what many had only whispered. Catherine, Princess of Wales, has made a heartbreaking decision about her children's future. It's not a policy move. It's not a royal tradition. It's personal, emotional, and deeply human. For royal watchers, the news is stunning. After months of silence and speculation, Kate has reportedly confirmed that her children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, will not attend the same school as they grow older, a decision that goes against royal expectation and family tradition. According to multiple reports, Kate believes this is the best way to protect each child's individuality, but it comes at an emotional cost. The announcement follows a year of difficulty, Kate's cancer diagnosis, reduced public duties, and a clear shift toward privacy. Those close to the family say this decision didn't come quickly. It came through pain, reflection, and a mother's instinct. One insider shared, "Kate wants to raise 3 strong, separate individuals, not one heir and 2 shadows." What's most heartbreaking is that Kate herself feels the weight of the choice. She knows that sending her children to different schools means less shared time, less closeness, and that's not easy for any parent, let alone one in the spotlight. The emotional tone of the statement made it clear. This is not about titles, it's about childhood. The public's reaction has been swift. Some support her strength. Others are saddened, calling it the end of the fairy tale trio. But nearly all agree. This is a rare glimpse into the private world of a royal mother making a decision not for the crown, but for her kids. And as the headlines break and speculation builds, one thing stands out above the rest. This isn't just news. It's a mother's love, a family's turning point, and a royal future that may never look the same again. What brought them here? Context behind the decision. This heartbreaking decision didn't happen overnight. It comes after one of the most difficult years in Princess Catherine's life. A year marked by personal illness, public retreat, and a renewed focus on family over formality. Since her cancer diagnosis in early 2024, Catherine's entire outlook has changed. And this decision about her children reflects that shift more than anything else. Following months of treatment and recovery, Kate began pulling away from traditional royal obligations. She and Prince William reportedly spent more time at home, away from cameras, focusing on what truly matters to them, their children. As one royal aide put it, after everything she's been through, her first thought is protecting them. For years, both William and Kate have emphasized giving George, Charlotte, and Louis a normal childhood, despite their royal titles. School runs, sports days, and birthday parties. The couple has worked hard to create as grounded an environment as possible. But the pressures of royal life don't pause for parenthood, and as the children grow older, so does the scrutiny. Behind the scenes, royal advisors have also reportedly issued private warnings. Some insiders have cautioned against repeating the mistakes of the past, where heirs were favored and spares neglected, leading to decades of family tension. The ghost of history, particularly the fallout between Prince William and Prince Harry, looms large. Kate, more than anyone, understands the dangers of creating divisions within a royal household. She wants to avoid one child feeling left behind, while another is pushed too hard toward duty. That's why insiders say she's chosen different paths for her children, to support their personalities, not just their positions. Still, the choice isn't just about equality. It's also about pressure. Every step these children take is watched, photographed, judged. And the older they get, the heavier that weight becomes. By separating their schooling, Kate hopes to reduce that intensity, giving them the space to grow as individuals, not just symbols. At its core, this decision was shaped by love, fear, wisdom, and most of all, experience. Because Kate knows the cost of royal life better than most. And now, she's doing everything she can to shield her children from the same pain she's quietly endured. The decision: different schools for siblings. According to multiple confirmed reports, Princess Catherine and Prince William have made a rare but deeply personal choice. Their children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, will attend different schools as they grow older. A decision that breaks royal tradition, but speaks volumes about their parenting values. Prince George, the future king, is expected to follow the traditional path and enroll at Eton College, the elite all-boys school where both Prince William and Prince Harry studied. It's a decision that aligns with expectations for the heir, but it comes with heavy symbolism. The responsibility of the crown begins here. Meanwhile, Princess Charlotte will reportedly take a different route. Insiders suggest she may attend Marlborough College, the same co-ed school where Kate herself studied. It's prestigious, but slightly more relaxed in atmosphere, and more importantly, it separates her from George, giving her her own identity outside his shadow. As for Prince Louis, the youngest, sources say his future remains open. William and Kate are said to be watching his personality closely before choosing a school that suits him. But one thing is clear: they're unlikely to send him to the same school as his siblings. Each child will have their own path, a source close to the couple shared. This is the first time in recent memory that senior royals have deliberately chosen separate educational paths for their children. And while it may seem like a small detail, the implications are big. Royal children are usually grouped, raised closely, and moved through similar institutions, part of preserving unity and tradition. But Kate's decision shifts the focus to individual growth, even if that means emotional cost. Reports say she struggled deeply with the thought of her children being apart, especially George and Charlotte, who have grown incredibly close. One insider revealed, "She's heartbroken, but she believes this is what's best for them in the long run." In the end, this move isn't about rejecting the system, it's about reshaping it. By putting her children's emotional health above protocol, Kate is showing that even in the royal world, motherhood comes first, and that sometimes love means letting go, even just a little. The reasons why Kate believes this is the right move. Behind every royal decision is usually duty, but in this case, Princess Catherine's choice is rooted in something far deeper: balance, protection, and emotional wisdom. Sending her children to different schools wasn't just about academics. It was about avoiding royal mistakes that history has already made too many times. One of the main reasons behind this move is fairness. As the mother of a future king, Kate knows firsthand how easily one child can become the chosen one, while the others fade into the background. She and Prince William have reportedly discussed this at length, determined not to let George, Charlotte, or Louis feel like a spare or an accessory to the heir. One palace aide shared, they want 3 children with 3 equal chances at happiness, not a hierarchy. Another factor is their strong belief in preserving a normal childhood. Despite their royal roles, William and Kate have always said they want their kids to grow up with real experiences: school friends, sports days, exam stress, and the freedom to be kids. By choosing schools that suit each child's personality, they're giving them the chance to be more than their titles. Mental health also plays a major role. After Kate's own health scare, she has reportedly become even more sensitive to the emotional pressure that comes with being in the spotlight. She wants her children to be educated in environments where they're not constantly compared or ranked based on royal expectations. One source close to the family said she's thinking 10 years ahead, not just the next school term. There's also a deeper strategy: preparing them for different futures. George, as heir, must learn how to lead. But Charlotte and Louis may need to find meaning and purpose beyond the throne. Careers, passions, independence. Giving them separate educational paths may help them build confidence without feeling like they're stuck in George's shadow. Ultimately, this decision shows a shift in royal parenting, away from image and toward identity. And while the choice may break tradition, Kate believes it's the best way to raise not just good royals, but good human beings. In her eyes, that's the legacy that truly matters. The emotional weight on Kate: sacrifice and guilt. Behind the polished palace walls and public poise, Princess Catherine is reportedly carrying a heavy emotional burden. Her decision to separate her children's school paths wasn't made lightly. In fact, insiders say it's one of the most heartbreaking choices she's ever had to make as a mother. For years, Prince George and Princess Charlotte have been described as inseparable. Siblings, yes, but also best friends. They walk hand in hand to school, sit side by side at events, and share a bond that many admire. So when the decision came down to splitting them up for their next phase of education, Kate reportedly broke down in tears. One source said, "She knows this will change everything, and that's not easy for any mom." There's also the guilt, the kind that every parent faces when making a decision that prioritizes long-term well-being over short-term happiness. Kate reportedly agonized over whether she was choosing royal responsibility over emotional closeness, and whether her children might later question why they were sent on separate paths. As future queen and the most visible royal mother, Kate also faces enormous pressure. Every choice she makes is examined under a microscope. Choosing different schools might seem normal for most families, but for royals, it's a statement, one that the media, the public, and even the royal institution will scrutinize. A royal aide commented, "She's making choices for her children, but she's also carrying the weight of a country watching her do it." Kate's health journey only adds to the emotional layers. After fighting cancer and stepping back from public life, she has become even more focused on family. Insiders say she now values time, connection, and presence more than ever, making the thought of separating her children even harder. Still, through all the pain and pressure, Kate is choosing love over tradition and protection over protocol. It hurts deeply, but she believes that this sacrifice will give her children stronger futures, healthier identities, and lives defined not by royal titles, but by the freedom to grow on their own terms. This isn't just a parenting decision, it's a mother's quiet act of bravery, and one that may never be fully understood, but will be felt by her children for the rest of their lives. Behind closed doors, family life redefined. Away from the public gaze, Catherine and William are reshaping what royal family life looks like. Since her cancer diagnosis and recovery, their focus has shifted dramatically, from official duties to simple, grounding routines. Sources say the Wales household is now centered on healing, normalcy, and protecting their children's world. Kate's reduced public schedule wasn't just about health. It was a deliberate choice to slow things down. School runs, family dinners, and quality time have become the new priority. Staff insiders describe a quieter rhythm at Adelaide Cottage, where George, Charlotte, and Louis can be kids, not headlines. There's a deeper emotional current running through this phase. Reports confirm that Kate and William openly spoke to the children about her illness, fostering trust and emotional resilience. They've created a space where vulnerability isn't hidden, a major shift from past royal parenting norms. This environment is likely what drove Kate's schooling decision. She's no longer raising royals under pressure. She's raising children who need security more than spotlight. The separation of schools fits into this broader philosophy. Less tradition, more tailored care. What we're seeing is not just parenting. It's a quiet revolution behind palace walls, one that may redefine modern royal family values and shape how future monarchs are raised, not just crowned. The risks. What could go wrong? While Princess Catherine's decision to send her children to different schools is being praised for its emotional depth and foresight, experts and insiders warn it's not without real risks, both personal and public. In trying to protect her children's future, Kate may also be opening the door to unpredictable consequences. The first concern is sibling disconnect. Prince George and Princess Charlotte have always shared a close bond, strengthened by attending the same school and living under constant royal pressure together. By separating them during their formative teenage years, that closeness may fade. Different routines, school holidays, friend circles, all could slowly create distance between them that no parent can control. Then there's the risk of public backlash. Royal tradition is powerful, and breaking away from it, especially with decisions involving the future heir, can invite scrutiny. Critics may accuse the family of overcorrecting or trying too hard to be normal while still living under royal privilege. Tabloids are already spinning headlines about favoritism and division, and the narrative could spiral. Another real issue is emotional pressure on the children themselves. If George is placed on the classic heir track at Eton, while Charlotte and Louis are sent down more personalized paths, the gap between them could grow in dangerous ways. Charlotte may feel overshadowed. Louis might wonder where he fits in. George could feel isolated by duty. The very role Kate is trying to balance could end up creating new tension, if not carefully managed. Media intrusion also remains a constant threat. Different schools mean more opportunities for leaks, photos, gossip, and fabricated stories. The more separate their lives become, the harder it may be to protect them equally from the spotlight. And royal protection is not as airtight as it once was. Finally, there's the emotional unknown. What if one child grows to resent the decision? Children change. They form opinions, emotions evolve, and years later, one may look back and question why they weren't kept closer together. Kate's choice is rooted in love, caution, and wisdom. But in the royal world, even the most thoughtful decisions come with shadows. And while she stepped forward bravely as a mother, only time will tell if this decision brings healing or unintended heartbreak. What the experts warn: history doesn't forgive royal parenting mistakes. Royal parenting is a delicate balancing act, and experts are already sounding the alarm. While Princess Catherine's decision to send her children to different schools may seem modern and protective, those who study royal history say the risks go far beyond emotional strain. Because when it comes to raising future royals, the past is full of painful lessons. One of the loudest warnings comes from the legacy of the heir and the spare. Royal biographers often point to how Prince Harry's upbringing left him feeling like a permanent second choice, a shadow to Prince William's future. That sense of invisibility, they say, began early in how he was treated, educated, and expected to behave. Now, many fear a similar emotional gap could form between George, Charlotte, and Louis if care isn't taken. The pressure to avoid favoritism is huge. Experts explain that if George is given the royal treatment, while the others are seen as being placed in more relaxed or non-royal environments, the message, intentional or not, could be damaging. As one historian noted, it's not about what's said, it's about what's felt. And children remember what they feel. There's also a concern about the weight of legacy. These children aren't just kids, they're symbols of the monarchy's future. Their choices, their friendships, their performances at school, all influence how the public views the next generation of royals. A misstep could turn into scandal. A mistake could become a headline. And the emotional cost of living under that pressure, experts warn, could be far more damaging if each child feels they're being measured differently. Even mental health professionals have chimed in, noting that strategic parenting can sometimes become overly calculated, leading to children feeling managed rather than nurtured. In royal life, where privacy is limited and expectations are enormous, emotional authenticity matters more than perfection. Catherine's intentions are clearly thoughtful, even courageous, but experts agree. The stakes are high and the road is narrow. History has shown again and again that royal parenting mistakes don't fade quietly. They echo for generations. And now, all eyes are watching to see whether this bold choice will break that cycle or repeat it. The broader message, what this says about modern royal family values. Princess Catherine's decision to separate her children's school paths isn't just a parenting choice. It's a powerful message about how the modern royal family is evolving. For centuries, tradition dictated every move a royal parent made. But now, we're witnessing something different. A family choosing emotion over image and well-being over protocol. In earlier generations, royal children were raised in institutions that prioritized discipline, duty, and silence. Feelings were hidden, struggles ignored, and roles defined from birth. But Kate and Prince William have chosen to break that mold, raising their children with a focus on individual identity, mental health, and personal growth. This move signals a quiet but significant shift. Where past monarchs were shaped by royal tradition, George, Charlotte, and Louis are being shaped by empathy and intention. One royal commentator put it clearly, "This is parenting first, royalty second." It also shows the couple's desire to raise not just an heir, but 3 balanced human beings. Instead of molding all their children into royal figures, they are giving them the freedom to explore separate paths, respecting that not every royal child must walk the same road to earn value or purpose. Transparency is also a key part of this shift. In past decades, such a decision would have been hidden or deflected. But Catherine's willingness to let this become public, even knowing the headlines it would cause, speaks to a new kind of openness. She's not hiding the emotional weight of the choice. In fact, she's letting people see the reality of modern royal motherhood. To many, this approach humanizes the monarchy. It tells the world, yes, we're royals, but we're also parents, and we feel what every family feels. That honesty is powerful in a time where public trust in institutions is fragile. At its heart, this decision reflects a new royal value system, one where love, fairness, and emotional intelligence sit alongside tradition. And if this is the model that future kings and queens are raised on, then maybe, just maybe, the monarchy isn't just surviving. It's quietly evolving into something stronger. what this means for their children's future, possibilities and unanswered questions. With Princess Catherine's emotional decision now confirmed, a wave of new questions begins to form, not about the present, but about what lies ahead. What kind of future will George, Charlotte, and Louis have? And will this bold move shape them into stronger individuals or create invisible gaps they'll carry for life? For Prince George, the future remains tightly tied to tradition. His expected path through Eton and eventually into royal duty means his childhood will always carry the weight of the crown. The question is, will separating him from his siblings offer him space to grow as a future king, or leave him more isolated than ever? Princess Charlotte, heading toward a different school, may gain the freedom to find her voice outside her brother's shadow. But that same freedom comes with risk. Will she be seen as less important, or feel like a second-tier royal? The spare narrative that haunted generations before her still lingers, and this path could either silence it or reinforce it. Prince Louis, still young, remains the greatest unknown. But the precedent is now set. He'll likely take his own educational route. Will that free him from royal pressure, or leave him uncertain of where he fits in a family of defined roles? The emotional bond between the siblings will be tested. Different schools, different schedules, separate social lives. It's not just a physical distance. It's an emotional shift. Will they stay close? Or will time and circumstance slowly separate them in ways no one can control? Then there's the bigger question. What does this mean for their role in the royal family long-term? Will we see a new model where only the heir carries royal duties, while siblings step into civilian or hybrid lives? Or will the institution still demand all three play public roles? Only time will reveal whether Kate's decision leads to stronger, more grounded young adults, or new challenges beneath the surface. But one thing is certain: this moment marks a turning point in royal parenting. The effects won't be felt just this school year. They'll echo across the next generation of the monarchy. This decision may shape how the next generation of royals grows up, separately, but hopefully stronger. For Catherine, it's not about titles or expectations, it's about doing what's right, even when it hurts. A mother's love just redrew the royal blueprint, and the world will be watching what happens next.